My name is Jennifer Vincent, your host of Talk of the Town, and our guest today is Joel Losego from AVC Communications.
Hi, Jennifer.
And head engineer of the Courthouse Lightshow. Is that
Sure,
is
that makes me sound important.
Okay?
Head engineer, wow.
Yeah, look at the shirt. We're
Check it out.
all about the light show. I love it.
Me and Joe Cool.
Yeah,
right.
I love it. So talk about the light show. How long is that going on?
So we're in our 16th season, which is kind of hard to
Wow.
believe. And we started with Halloween this year in October and switched to Christmas on November 1st. And we will continue the show through January 1st
Okay.
of this year. So a few more weeks yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll run till 11 o'clock on January 1st. And that'll be the last show for the season.
I love it. Okay. And so it runs every day, correct? 7 days a week?
Every day, starting at 5:30. Now, during the week, the show ends at 9 o'clock. From now through the holidays, Friday and Saturday nights, the show will run until 11 p.m.
Okay.
And we'll also Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, we'll run until 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Also. So some extended hours for those in town visiting and on the holidays.
Sure. Okay. So I know we made the joke, you're the head engineer, but you really do a lot to put the show together. Tell us just a little bit about how long does it take for you to get this year's show put together?
Well, obviously we build upon the show every year, make it a little bit bigger, add more music. Right now we have about 90 minutes of music in this year's show.
Wow.
We have about another 10 minutes of music that we're not playing this year that we've played in years past. We rotate through things and add new things. We have over 8,000 channels of control of the lights, and those are programmed on 1/5 of a second interval. So it takes us about 22 hours on average per 2 minutes of music to program the light show. So myself and an elf by the name of Jared Jamio, we literally work on it year round. It's kind of a hobby. So new lights, changes, additions, corrections, whatever, and new songs. We'll start working on those in February or March, and add the new lights or hardware things that we add for the next year's show by May or June. And then we start putting it up at the end of August, 1st of September.
Wow.
So it's a year-long project. We don't work on it every day, but we do work on it throughout the year.
So tell me, this year-long project, how is it funded? Who pays for this?
It is 100% paid for by donations.
Really?
Which is pretty amazing. The original show 16 years ago was started by Grant Halfley, who donated the money to get the original show up and running. The support for the show is great by some local organizations. So obviously we're on the courthouse. So the Guernsey County Commissioners allow us to have their building for 2 or 3 months out of the year to do things to it that had never been done before. So they're very supportive, and they supply help in putting the light show up and taking it down and maintaining it. The VCB, Debbie, and the board there are always good about helping us maintain it. The city of Cambridge helps out. And of course, we're closely tied with the Dickens Victorian Village. So they help us each year raise money and kind of manage the donation boxes and things like that. So those are the primary supporters. But they only account for probably about 50% of the funds it takes for each year's budget.
Okay.
The rest of them come from people visiting the show on bus tours, throwing dollar bills in the donation box. We'll get people that'll send us checks in the mail once in a while.
That's a nice surprise.
A lot of the senior citizen centers and homes will bring bus loads of people, and they'll make a donation. Some churches. We've had people from all over the United States that have come through Cambridge, seen the show, and sent us a check or a note. So it's really the fans kind of the show to help keep it going.
Yeah. And is there a Facebook page information about the light show?
We do have a Facebook page. It's Guernsey County Courthouse Lightshow. I believe if you search that up. And then on yourradioplace.com, if you go under the community menu, you'll see a show dedicated to the light show. It's got some videos, some facts about the light show,
Okay.
some things like that. You can learn a little bit more about it.
Okay. So if you're just tuning in, we are here today with Joel Losego from AVC Communications, and he is also the head engineer of the Guernsey County Courthouse Lightshow every year. So thank you, Joel, for being here today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And if this chamber thing doesn't work out, you can get a permanent seat here, I'll bet.
I don't know about all that, but thank you. Maybe a guest host again.
Guest host, that'd be
I can
great.
do that. Yes.
And Merry Christmas.
Yes. Same to you. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to Talk of the Town.
I'm Jim Vaughn with Talk of the Town, and we want to thank Cambridge Main Street for being one of our sponsors. And if you'd like to be one of our sponsors, you need to get online to info@yourradioplace.com or call them up there on the hill at 740-432-5605.